That makes sense.
Hello.
Hey, how's it
Hello,
going?
everyone.
Oh
I'm
shit.
TP Stingy. And I'd like to
I'm
welcome
Pumpkin.
you all to Dactyl Pro Thunder Force number 3.
God, that's what we called it.
Oh yeah.
Forgot.
Today, we'll be politely discussing
Wait,
Game of the Year 2021.
Wait, who said
Politely in
anything
quotation
about
marks.
politely?
I did.
Our narrator.
Oh,
I'm gonna remember that to you later.
I'm gonna remember that to you later.
I'm gonna remember that too.
Yeah.
We're gonna
you
all
English
remember
better
this.
than any
Yeah.
decent
I'm
at
gonna
some
I'm gonna
point.
fucking record that and then I'm gonna show it to
I'm
you.
gonna send it to you.
Yeah.
That's a dead meme.
Fucking pumpkin cookie.
No, man. Don't confuse me with that stuff.
Guy the cookie.
It's a cookie.
What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing? We are fresh off the holidays. We've got I the C4I, aka I the C4I, aka Caesar. We got KK Yoshi, Duty.
Hello.
We have Looney Door, aka Loonies.
What up?
And then we have Pumpkin Ox, aka Lewis number 2.
Why am I number 2?
Oh, because Lewis is above you on the party
On
screen,
Lewis,
right?
The party.
Oh, the
Yeah.
hierarchy of on the
No.
In the hierarchy of
Why?
Lewis, yeah.
He is no
It
longer
goes-
Lewis 2. He is now Lewis, and I'm Lewis.
It goes Daniel Day Lewis, and then R Lewis, and then you. And I am TP Stingy, aka Andy, and we are Dactyl Pro Thunder Force, aka Slim for the Win, but that's what we call our podcast because we're stupid. And today we're going to be talking about Game of the Year because the year is almost over, and if we talk about just the year as a whole, it's going to be really sad because Slim died. And we're sad still, and it sucks, and it never won't suck. So instead, we're gonna pretend like Slim's still here, but he's like eating at a buffet or something. And we're gonna talk about games of the year.
I just
So-
imagine him.
Which one?
Oh, my back.
I don't know. I don't know if Slim ever told me like what buffets he likes. I don't think so. He seemed he was pretty picky, but not like super picky. But
What about
like
at that pizza place at the mall?
Feces?
No, wait, no.
that's not at the mall.
No,
I haven't been to the mall in ages.
What?
They could have added one.
Well, there-
no.
If you're
but they
talking
did.
about the
Pizza
there's
Patron.
one behind the mall.
Pizza Bath Road, what? No, there's one inside the actual mall. There's a pizza place.
Before we get into it, hearing about this pizza place that is supposedly at the mall but not actually at the mall reminds me of when me and Caesar were looking for Spirit. Remember that shit, Caesar? We had picked up Caesar. We were just cruising around. We were looking for a Spirit, and so like we GPSed it, and it's like it's near the mall, but it's not at the mall. And so we were like, oh, okay, cool. So we like we're looking for it, and it has us in the fucking mall parking lot, but it's like no, it's like it's next to it. And so we're like, okay, but where? It's like to the right. And so we were like,
It's at the mall.
yeah. So we were like, what the fuck? Where are we supposed to go? Like, I'm so fucking lost. So eventually we were just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go into the mall because we're wasting time. It was already like 7:30, and this is like, they close at like 9. So we're like, yeah, fuck it. We'll just walk into the mall and we'll walk around. It's in the fucking mall. It was inside of it.
You know what? You know what else is in that mall? That same fucking pizza place.
Where the spirit was.
God damn pizza place. God damn it.
Yeah, it's where Spirit used to be.
Spirit used to be.
Yeah, that's good. That Spirit at the mall had probably the best shit. Because I went to a couple of Spirits, and they have like that. The one at the mall is like it was like jam packed full of shit. Which I mean, Caesar and Lewis, you guys went with us. Remember when we went? Because me and Caesar went a second time with Lewis, and they still had a bunch of good stuff. That's where Lewis got his mask, actually. Mm-hmm. They had some tech. Hold on, you guys continue the conversation. I gotta let Dorito in.
All right.
Yeah, so there was a lot of yeah, it was just jam packed, dude, and it was like a lot better options in comparison to most of the other spirits I've seen. There was a lot of stuff to fucking mess around with. What mask were you trying to put on and chase people around with? See,
I don't remember. I
And
put
then-
on
and
a-
then you-
I just tried on any mask. I was just trying to be a complete moron.
You succeeded.
And then what was
Yeah.
and then what was Andy doing? Like, what were you doing to Andy, or who was poking who?
Oh, there was
something-
there was like
That's
this
right.
fucking like relatively. She was cute. She was like a cute, but you could tell she was pretty young. So out of my age group, but definitely in Caesar's. And so like she was like trying to walk like by Caesar, and he's like trying to like look cool. He's like standing there like, "What's up, girl?" And the whole time he's trying to like fucking.
Still, I hope.
He's trying to look fly. I'm fucking standing in the aisle behind him, fucking stabbing him with a sword.
Hey, how's it going? Poke, 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 poke.
Yeah, he's trying so hard to look like he's trying to act cool, like I'm cool as fuck, and I'm fucking behind him, stabbing him with a sword.
That was fucking funny.
We have a new guest.
Oh, it's the fucking birthday bitch. What's up, Satchmo?
It's his birthday.
Yeah, it was his birthday yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, happy
Yeah, it was
happy
his
late
birthday.
birthday. Assuming he's here. This is a podcast, by the way.
You,
So,
you gotta give him a minute.
Yeah, you gotta give him a second.
Right,
Oh,
so-
fuck
wait.
yeah.
wrong person.
The wrong
You're like,
person.
oh, wait, a podcast.
It's debatable.
We're fucking, where Satchmo lives, fucking Pumpkin dies.
He's serious,
Fuck
serious.
you. Couldn't hang, dude.
I got kicked.
Satchmo joined,
Oh,
and
sure, bro.
and his first decree was that you would be slain.
Why? What the hell?
I don't know.
I didn't do anything.
I don't know.
That was being quiet.
He was being quiet and respectful.
He was being quite
I
annoying.
was pumpkin should be.
Dactyl Pro Thunder Force, known for being quiet and respectful.
What?
They're the most respect.
Yeah, Caesar got so fucking. I remember he got so salty because he's trying to act cool, and I'm standing behind him like the giant man child I am, fucking stabbing him.
It's like one of those moments where, like, I was like
Yeah.
so upset about it in the moment, but I was like,
Yeah, he was like, "Will you cook your shit?" And I was like, "Shh." I was like, "Shut up!" And I kept stabbing him. He's like, "Will you fucking stop?" And I was like, "Shh, shh, shh, shh." I fucking started stabbing him. Then he ran over the aisle and he started trying to abuse me. He gave up on looking cool, and he was like, "I'm gonna kick your ass."
I full send ballistic mode.
But it was funny.
It was very funny.
Oh, and then we were searching for fake blood. We asked the cashier chick, "Do you have any fake blood? Or if you have any real blood, that's fine too."
Oh yeah,
That
Yeah,
was
she
the
was
bit- That
nice.
was the funniest part.
yeah, she was cool. Everybody that was working there was A, very young, but B, the way that the world hadn't crushed them yet.
Yeah,
imagine they're used
There's
to
the kind of
People like
there was
us.
that kind of chipper.
Nah, I mean, to be fair, I mean, like, I think most of us have worked retail, at least me and Lewis, so, like,
Yeah.
we have an understanding of, like, I know you don't want to be there. I know you don't want to, like, talk to me. But with that said, like, you know, I'm not going to give you any
But-
shit, so.
Yeah, but if I can make you laugh and in turn you make me laugh in return, we're good to go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Has Satchmo said anything?
Nope,
No.
not yet.
Let's give him some time.
Okay.
Let's give him,
Put a
let's give him,
pause?
let's give him a few minutes. Put a pause on what? No, we could just keep talking, and then
Okay.
eventually he'll talk.
I was like, when you
Put a
said give
pause
him
on
when
you.
you said give him a minute, I was like, what the bitch ass up.
Oh, slap him.
Put a pause, like, you know, like, you want to pause the podcast?
I don't
All we're
know.
doing is sitting
I
here
don't know.
talking. Why would you
No.
pause that?
I don't know. You made it sound like I don't know why when you said we'll give him a minute. I was like, what?
This is the best.
So that made it feel like we're
Give him
waiting.
time to call on what's going on.
Yeah, he's on Crunchyroll, dude. He's watching Cool Devices 3. That's the best one. That's the one with the bunny girls in space.
Oh shit.
That's the only thing I remember about that. I remember
I have no
the one
idea
that...
who made that up.
What? The bunny girls in
Cool
space?
Devices.
I don't know. Yeah, whoever wrote Cool Devices made that up.
I guess you're not wrong.
Dude, I thought you were playing.
Duty, you're pure, so you're not in the know. So allow me to unpurify you. Cool Devices is old pornographic cartoon from like, fuck, dude, I don't know, like the 90s, early 2000s. And it's just like these crazy, outlandish situations where cartoon people bang. And one of the ones that I saw of that, it makes no fucking sense, but it's like this group of bunny girls and they're like banging each other in space. And I was just like, okay, first of all, why are there bunny girls in space? Let's start there. Like, what? And then Mike reminded me of another one that like had it's about something called Yellow Star, and it's like the stepfather who's drugging his stepdaughter into banging him. Oh my God. Yeah, and I was like, of course you'd remember that one, Mike, you fucking heathen. Yeah, he's like, but you remember too, right? And I was like, yeah, I do. I was like, now that you mention it, yeah, that shit was dope.
You're like, I'm not as proud of it as you are.
The worst part is you found it, and like, it's on Wikipedia.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend looking into it because it was some depraved shit.
Looking at the summer
like
January hours.
It's like that fucking horse one with the penis only making the resistance harder. Like we found out we found the title of that one, right? But I don't remember it. It was like horse sex, the anime or something.
I don't know.
It was me, Lewis, Satchmo, and Janos, but we don't count Janos because I think he died. It's an anime porno again. And we found this picture. It's this horse making this stupid fucking face. He's like, "Argh!" And it just says, the caption just says, or it's not even a caption, it's an actual subtitle. They actually say this. He says, "Your resistance only makes my penis harder." And I was like,
they didn't edit that? I've seen that picture.
Yeah, no, that's not edited. Apparently that's straight from the fucking anime, the porno anime, the hentai. And that's what I find, that's what I love about fucking hentai, is that it's just like the most depraved, fucked up shit, and they just go full send. They don't give a fuck. That's what I love about it. But that's also why I can't. Yeah, I can't take it seriously. Yeah, because hentai, it's like, this is a horse rape man, and it's like, why? Okay. Why is he a horse rapist? Like, why is the horse raping people? It's like, he's possessed by an ancient demon. Like, okay. Also, this girl is she looks 7, but she's actually 400 years old. Like, they do that a lot too. It's like this girl is actually she looks 12, but she's actually 1200. And it's like, okay, but she acts 12, she looks 12, she sounds 12. Like, nah, it's fine because we said she's 1200. No, it's not.
By the spirit of a 1200-year-old.
Yeah. It's like, no, Japan, that's not okay.
That's not how it works.
No. All right, so all of that out of the way. Everybody get their animal out. Anybody else want to throw out some fucking resistance only making their penis harder before we get started?
I thought we already started.
Oh, we did start, but we haven't gotten onto subject. We've been off subject for 15 minutes.
That's how it usually happens. We get derailed, and that's it.
You know, we need some input from Satchmo. What do you think, Satchmo?
You would get derailed.
There we go. Hey, Satchmo, what was the name of the hentai with the horse? The resistance only makes my penis harder?
Ah, fuck, I don't remember that at all. I just remember we were coming across fucking stupid memes. I was like, hey, check this out, Andy. And you're like, fuck yeah, we should put it as his background.
Your
and then we fucked all of his buttons.
Yeah, everything that Janice would kick on.
Put you on the list.
I don't give a fuck. Add me to that fucking list. Your resistance only makes My Little Pony harder? What?
What the fuck?
Please post that. Is it
Origin Wordsworth anime.
Okay.
Wordsworth.
Wordsworth.
Is it an actual anime or is it sex anime? It's got to be a sex anime, right?
I think so.
Wordsworth is a Japanese adult role-playing video. What the fuck?
What are you
role-playing?
What are you using?
Just Google.
Wikipedia.
Is a Japanese adult role-playing video game originally released for NEC PC 98.
If it's Wikipedia, don't forget to send you your $2.50.
Yeah, your donation. Don't forget to send in your $2.50.
$2.50.
All right.
Wikipedia's
Wordsworth.
become the Loch Ness monster from fucking South Park.
I
It'll be
need
about
$2.50. $2.50. All right. With all of that out of the way, hello again, everybody. Welcome to the actual start of this
Darkness, your old
podcast.
friend.
Today we're talking about Game of the Year. Shut up. None of that other stuff happened. I mean, I'm not cutting it, obviously, because I'm not editing this, but none of that other stuff happened.
And none of that's in the chat currently.
So, to start with, why don't we start with what I think, because I'm pretty sure, I think we talked about it a little bit. Not everybody has their worst games, so before we get to the good, let's open up with the bad. How do we do? Okay, does anybody have a list of their worst games of 2021?
I only have that one game.
No, dude.
All right, okay. I'll throw out my list,
Yeah.
and you guys let me know what you think. So my list isn't so much the worst games; it's more the most disappointing games. We played a lot of games this year that we were very excited for.
Really good.
That we played once or twice, and we just fucking dropped them like a bad habit. And for one reason or another. So number 5, and I go in order of least disappointing to most disappointing. Number 5, Battlefield 2042.
Oh.
Good game. Very fun. The fuck am I listening to?
Yeah,
All I hear is
God,
button
no.
mashing.
It's fucking. It's Mr. Killer Instinct down there. Fucking. I just heard lockout. Yeah, but number 5, Battlefield 2042. I do like the game. I think it's great. However, a lot of people have a lot of complaints about it, and yeah, they're fair. The game released, it wasn't finished. It ran like shit. It ran fucking bad. And then on top of that, we just don't play it anymore. And to be fair, it's because it separated all of us. It's like, ooh, you need to have the Series X or PC. Not all of us have that, so we can't even fucking play it. So it's, for me, it was just a disappointment. Thoughts? Caesar, you played it. What do you think? You like it?
42?
you fucking-
I like 42.
You suck at 2042's clip?
Yeah, not to that degree, but yeah, I think it's pretty fun. It's a fun game. I like Battlefield, and I thought like that was a really nice like revival to Battlefield. However, yeah, it was super buggy. It
ran like shit.
It ran like shit for the first couple of days, and like I was surprised that like they looked at it and they were like, "That's good enough." They were like, just send that, just send that out there. We'll fix it along the way. But yeah, that's become the norm. So
yeah, and I think that's as we go along with this list.
Really shouldn't be.
As we go along with this list, that is absolutely the norm. Number 4, good game, but just again not enough there. Number 4, most disappointing, Outriders. We were very excited for it. We played it for like a week, and then we were like, all right, we're good. We just never played it again.
Yeah.
It's a shame. It's like the one thing I was almost good at.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why we just dropped it.
Only 3 players? Why only 3? That always still bugged me.
Destiny. They looked at what Destiny did and they were like, we're gonna do that shit, and it's like, don't look at Destiny as like a as a guide. Yeah, that's a bad
role model. It's not a good role model.
Destiny does have 4-player modes, but the chief modes, like your missions, your strikes, most of their stuff is limited to 3. The raids are 6 players, and I think there's like their multiplayer and their like PvP modes are 4. Everything that's co-op is 3. And to answer your question as to why, it's because balancing a game is hard. And let's just make it 3 players. Because trying to balance it for 4, fuck that noise.
Yeah. I don't know why the norm has
I don't want to have to do more work.
Yeah, the norm has become 3 for some games, and it's really weird. Another weird norm.
Speaking of number 3, and speaking of a game that normalized running like shit and being a piece of shit, Back for Blood.
Oh yeah.
That was a game that I think we were probably the most hyped for this year. And they shit the bed with that game so fucking hard. It's a good game. It's just the core is terrible. Like that time that we were playing, I think it was me, Caesar, Gons, and someone else. I don't remember who.
That was your first mistake being with Gons.
It was Cooks. We were playing, and there was a point where we had 4 of the grabby big arm dudes.
Yeah.
And we each got grabbed by one, and we were just fucked. There was nothing we could do because there were for some reason there were 4 grab men, and all 4 of them grabbed one of us, and so we were just screwed. And it's just like this is really poor game design. Why the fuck that game spawns way too many special infected.
Yeah.
What made Left 4 Dead good was that the special infected trickled in, but for the most part, what made it hard was you were fighting hordes of zombies. And I feel like in Back 4 Blood, you're fighting special infected with zombies sprinkled around.
Yeah. It's the reverse, which kind of takes the the fun out of it, because then you have to sit there and worry about the specials from the very get-go versus having to wait for them to come out and destroy you, you know?
Yeah, no, the special infected are absolutely... There's just way too many of them. And I know they're patching it. I know, like, even they know, because they acknowledged it, and I played it last week, and it is a little bit better. With that said, it's just... It's not great. We were all expecting, I think, Left 4 Dead 3, and instead what we got was like, I don't know,
World War Z 2.
Not even. I think I put World War Z above it.
World War 1.
Yeah.
There was a point where a game that's not on my list for best, but definitely was a fun game that we enjoyed. I just wish there was more to it. I remember one time I think it was me, Caesar, and Gonzo again, and we were playing Back 4 Blood, and we had a moment like that where we got swarmed by special infected, and we got frustrated. We're like, "Fuck this game," and we went and we played Alien Fireteam Elite, and we started playing that, and we were just like, "This is so much better." Like, this is way. I understand like Back 4 Blood technically has more content, but as far as like the gameplay loop, Alien Fireteam Elite is a lot more fun just from a gameplay standpoint than Back 4 Blood. Back 4 Blood missed the mark on so many things. Now, granted, it's like, and I'm using air quotes here, it's content rich, sure. There's a decent amount of content. I wouldn't say there's a lot, but there's a decent amount. But the issue is that it's just not, for me, it's just not fun to play. It sucks. Yeah. And Alien Fireteam Elite was the opposite, where it's like, we beat it and we're like, all right, well, fucking, now what? And we're like, let's just fucking do it again.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Again, I wish there was more content. It could have probably been on the top 5. But the fact that I didn't like the last stage. I didn't like the final boss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty lame. Other than that...
Yeah.
But yeah, Back 4 Blood was definitely among... If it wasn't for the next 2 games, it would absolutely be number 1. Because that game, we were looking so forward to it. And it sucked. Yeah, and the thing is, too, is like, I know, like, if we had our old man would be like, fucking number 1 game, baby. And that's I think that's part of the problem.
Sky, no more.
our issue is that we don't have the yin to our yang. I didn't have Slim to be like, oh, no, dude, here's the benefits of playing it. So we just dropped it. We just fucking, we dropped it like a bad habit. And for good reason. It's not very fun. Number 2. Call of Duty Vanguard, baby.
Only 2.
It's not number 1.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Vanguard, baby.
Oh no, there's something worse.
I only tested it.
Yeah, we played the beta.
That was definitely enough for me to say ill.
Here's the thing, like, I've never been a big multiplayer guy. So for me, Vanguard's multiplayer was fine. It's okay. It was buggy, but whatever. I'm a zombies guy. I'm a PvE / campaign guy. I heard the campaign wasn't very good. And as a zombies player, oh boy, shit is fucking dire. It is fucking bad. It's so bad that like Black Ops 3 is like having a resurgence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of zombies players are going back to Black Ops 3 because it has custom zombies. Us included.
Yep.
We've been playing Black Ops 3. We've been having fun with it.
So fun.
Yep.
It's a blast. Playing the Simpsons zombies and that fucking one that me and Caesar did with the fucking, what was it? The lasagna hut, or what the fuck was it? Lasagna party?
What the
we gotta show it to you, Lewis. It's just a meme map, but what's cool is that all of the guns make meme sounds. So it's like I had a shotgun, and every time I fired it, instead of making the shotgun sound, it would go bruh, bruh, bruh. It's fucking. I'm standing next to Caesar, and he's like shut up, and I'm like, what am I doing, bruh, bruh, bruh. And then there's a point where I'm underneath in like the lasagna cave next to Pack-a-Punch, and I can hear a little kid singing, and I'm like, what the fuck? Where is this coming from? I didn't realize that Pack-a-Punch was singing. It was some little kid song, like some weird little kid singing about Fortnite or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, he was singing the Chug Jug with you.
Yeah.
So great.
It was funny. It's a very stupid very cursed, but very funny. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, back to Vanguard. Vanguard, it released. So, for those of you not in the know, so when Call of Duty Vanguard released, it released with 3 modes: campaign, which isn't very good, multiplayer, which is fine. I know like they've been doing like a big push. They're what's baffling me is that like with Modern Warfare. Shipment came in, and everybody was like, fuck yeah, Shipment. And then, Cold War came out, and everybody was like, oh, Cold War is really good, whatever, it's fun. Multiplayer side. And now this one came out, and it seems like we're going full circle, because I was on their Twitter, like, looking at shit, and they were like, Merry Shipmas. And I was, Merry Shipmas? They're like, yeah, Shipment, bro. Shipment 24/7. I was like, again? What are we doing? Like, are we seriously just going in a circle? You're pushing Shipment again? Like, fuck, we are just out of ideas. Like, instead of coming up with a new cool map, they're like, nah, just put fucking Shipment in again.
So easy to add a T instead of a P there.
It's like, instead of making a new cool map or making a new, like, Shipment, call it Shipment 2 Electric Boogaloo or something, like, having a new little map that you could have.
Shipment, ship harder.
They're just Shipment again. Here you go, pussy, enjoy.
They're like, they love Shipment, we need more Shipment in our life. Here, Shipment.
Yeah, like, Black Ops Cold War, I think they had a lot of, like, those little maps, and that's what we started doing, the 6-on-6 and the little ass maps, which was a lot of fun. And I feel like just do that. Like, just do some more little maps. Every map doesn't have to. You don't have to constantly push Shipment. Like, are you that out of ideas? Like, what the fuck? I mean, after looking at the zombies, apparently. But anyway, so they came out with zombies. They came out with a map called Durong Fong. It's their first map, and unlike Black Ops 4, we only get one map again. I think Black Ops 4 was. As far as like mechanics go, one of the worst, but it came with 3 maps, which technically 4.
Yeah.
But we'll count 3, and they were great. I mean, the maps themselves were great, and
the Classified came out originally with 4, right?
Yes, you had to pre-order. I think the season
like
pass.
The Mega
That's
Edition or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Technically, yeah. So technically, what you had was Blood of the Dead, 9, and Shipment of the Damned, or what the fuck was it called? The Cruise of the Dead, or I don't know. The boat one. The only reason I remember the boat one is the only reason I remember the boat one is I know that was Slim's favorite. My favorite was of course Blood of the Dead, and Slim was always like, hey, let's go to that fucking boat one.
yeah, let's go to that fucking
yeah.
But he always wanted to shoot us.
Yeah. Once I turned on friendly fire, he was like, well, let's do that.
You're the zombies.
And then Cold War came out, and they came out with what the fuck was it called?
Die
Machine? D Machine.
D Machine, yeah.
Yeah, but see, D Machine came out, but then very closely after that, we almost immediately got a Firebase Z.
Yeah.
And then it took us a while to get our next map. But with this game, we got Durong Fong, and it's not a round-based zombie map. So typically, for those not familiar with zombies, what you do is you kill all the zombies, you go to round 2. You kill all the zombies, you go to round 3, and you progress that way. And as you progress, the zombies get tougher, they get more numerous, and that's basically your gameplay loop. I don't know why, for some reason, Treyarch is like, you know what we need to do? We need to reinvent the wheel. What if we made the wheel square? Like,
Very that's gonna happen.
no, sausage. Why are you angry? You're an angry sausage. Hey.
Here she's talking about Vanguard.
Yeah, she's like, don't you stop it. No, Vanguard. No, you don't bring that. You don't bring that into her home. So in this game, I'm just gonna talk through the barking. In this game, hey, come on, you're too fat to be angry. You give yourself a hernia.
You're too fat.
In this game, it's basically like a really, really shitty version of Outbreak, which is crazy to say because Outbreak is pretty shitty. In this game, you start in a hub and you can go to 3 different maps. I think 2 are like reutilized multiplayer maps, and one of them is a remake of. No, you're too fat. One of them is a remake of Shino Numa. And
Oh, that's right.
every time you teleport to one of these maps, you get an objective. At release, there were 3 objectives. One was like an escort. One was holdout, which you have like 5 minutes or 2 minutes, some shit like that, and you have to survive for 2 minutes. And then the third one was kill zombies, pick up their tags, drop them off at a beacon. That's it.
Okay.
That was your
Zombie
gameplay
tags?
loop. Yeah, you gotta collect the zombie tags. And that was your gameplay loop. So it's like, I want to go to round 7. How do I do that? Okay, well, you have to go to Shino Numa again. You have to kill 5 zombies, hope they drop their tags, pick up their tags, and drop them off at the zombie tag dispensary.
It was tags.
What the fuck? That
So-
seems like an annoying task.
Well, remember, like, Outbreak, I remember my biggest beef with Outbreak was that it got really boring really fast.
Yeah.
With that said, there were not a lot of, but there were a good number of objectives that you could do. Like, you spawn in, and it's like, not only do you have the main objective, but there's also, like, feed the dragon, kill the big boss dude, recon the dead team and kill the people who killed them. There were side objectives, and then you had your main objective, which there were, like, a handful of. There were a lot of, quite a bit. Where you go in and, you know, your main objective is go here and kill this big boss, or go to this area and secure these 2, like, I don't remember what they were, like satellites. There was a lot of different shit that it had you do. This game was like, nah, you have 3 things. And that's it. It's 3 things. And then on top of that, perks are now free, but they're leveled up. So in order to get the full jug, you have to spend like 35 grand to get the full jug.
What?
Jesus.
So
35
they brought back
grand.
Mechanics from World War II?
Pretty much. Worse.
What?
Every time you go down, you drop a level. But you can get back up if you have like a... kill streaks, which were in Cold War from the very beginning. They're going to be added in Season 1. There are no kill streaks right now in Vanguard Zombies. There are no kill streaks. You cannot call in a chopper gunner. You can't call in a bazooka. You can't call in a flamethrower. There are no kill streaks in Vanguard Zombies right now.
So they basically went back to bare bone zombies with that at the beginning.
Even worse, because I would take Nocturne Toten over what we fucking got. Nocturne Toten at least was fun, because the gameplay loop was fun. Duron Fang, the gameplay loop is garbage. It's fucking terrible. And I understand that it's a good way to level up guns, and I understand that, like, I know Frank likes it, and that's, I'm 100% understand where Frank's coming from. I don't I don't hold it against him that he likes it. Everybody likes their own stuff. I know, like, what I like in zombies is probably not the same things that he likes in zombies. And so for Frank to like it, I totally understand. I don't hold it against him. But see, Frank is definitely a multiplayer guy. Frank is good at the multiplayer. He kicks ass in the multiplayer. And that's, like, his main thing. So Durong Fang for him is a great way to level up your guns. And as a way to level up your guns, fuck yeah. But for me, Durong Fang would be the only thing that I want, because I'm not a multiplayer guy. I don't have fun playing multiplayer. I go to Call of Duty for the zombies. And so for me, Durong Fang isn't enough. It's not nearly enough to hold that fucking game for me.
No. Yeah. Yeah, because I haven't even played it, and from what I've heard, it's just very cut and dry and not really full of things to do if you're not really doing multiplayer.
Let me put it to you this way, Lewis. You're a zombies guy, kind of like I am. Satchmo's a zombies guy, kind of like I am. As of right now, Durong Fang doesn't even have a wonder weapon. The ray gun, which has been in just about every map that ever since its inception, the ray gun is a staple. The ray gun is not in Durong Fang yet.
What the fuck?
There is no ray gun. There is no wonder weapon, technically.
Why would you get rid of? Why would you
because
get rid of, like, one of the most iconic weapons?
Because it was rushed. Like Treyarch can't come out and say, "Look, we're sorry. This mode was rushed." They can't come out and say it, but as a community, we can see it because, like, the thing is, like, with Season 1, a lot of what they're adding, and I'm using air quotes here, a lot of what they're adding is shit that should have been in there from the beginning. Like, they've already announced they're coming out with a ray gun. The ray gun's coming back. They're adding it. They're adding kill streaks. That's coming out. And another, like, bullet point, they're adding server pause. Because right now, if you're playing Durong Fang, even if you're playing single player, you cannot pause the game.
Whoa.
What?
Even if you're playing by yourself, you cannot pause the game. It was a rush job. It was absolutely 100% rushed.
Wow.
Treyarch was probably still trying to finish up their last Cold War Zombies map. And they were like, hey, Sledgehammer is fucking up. Or Raven Software, whoever the fuck worked on this disaster. They were probably like, hey, we need you to fucking come in here and we need something. Because the campaign isn't very good and the multiplayer is what it is. But we need a third mode. And so they probably told Treyarch, hey, zombies, get on it. And so they had to do something. Yeah, so they put together Durong Fang. And the reason we got Durong Fang the way it is because Outbreak, they added a bunch of maps to it and a lot of stuff to it because it was easy because it didn't require new assets. They would just take multiplayer maps, add zombie spawns, and you're done.
Yeah.
And that's why we got a lot of Outbreak shit. And so I think that's what they were trying to do. Let's get Durong Fang here. That way we can add to that as we make better experiences. The issue is that Outbreak came and everybody hated it, but at least you had D-Machine and Firebase Z already. Here, all you have is Durong Fang. That's it.
This is game number 2.
Big problem.
This is number 2. Number 1 is a fucking piece of shit that needs to burn in hell. Number 1 is Halo Infinite. Fuck Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
Fuck Halo Infinite. I would buy Vanguard 6 times if it meant that I never had to play Halo Infinite again. Halo Infinite single player is, bar none, one of the most overrated, disappointing experiences I've ever played.
Oh, wow.
It starts off so good, and by the end, I was so fucking flaccid. I could not have been more flaccid if I watched my parents fucking in front of me. It was... I remember I had a talk with Frank, and it's in the Riders Republic video, where I actually was like, nah, Frank, single player's pretty decent. And then I played it, and I was just like, are you serious? What happened? What the fuck happened? How the fuck... I don't want to give spoilers, but spoiler alert. But I'm not going to give any spoil. I'm not going to go into too much detail. But if you haven't finished the game, maybe skip like a minute. But here's what I will say. every Halo game has had like a secondary like antagonist, like a secondary opponent. Like, hey, we're gonna fight the Flood now, or hey, we're gonna fight those fucking electro bitches. What are they called in 4 and 5? The electro cunts.
Forerunners, I think. Right? I don't know.
Prometheans.
Prometheans. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Prometheans. This game was just like, nah, just Covenant.
Yeah.
That's it. Just Covenant. I was waiting for the Flood. Don't they come from the fucking Ark? Don't they come from the Halo?
No,
Like, wasn't that the whole thing?
Okay. Yes, because fucking Halo Infinite, the multiplayer is bleh. The campaign was like a shock that like it talked about the Flood so often, like in those little data pads and everything. But there was no Flood.
They don't come out. There is no Flood. The enemies that you were fighting at the very beginning of the game are the same fucking enemies you will be fighting at the end of the game. There is no like variance.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this elite, he's wearing white armor. Like, oh, cool, thanks, bro. Like, I didn't realize this fucking white elite was like the superior elite. My bad. Oh, okay. No, this elite's gold. He's even more badass than the white one. Oh shit. Fucking gold elite? Oh shit, fucking suck my dick and call me Susie. Holy shit, thanks 343. Holy fuck, you fucking genius. Where did you come up with the idea for a fucking gold elite? Damn, bro, so fucking unique. You know what? I will pay for your battle pass. Afterwards, when I'm done paying for your battle pass, how about you fucking shove my head into a pillow and fuck me in the ass? Because that's what playing Halo Infinite feels like. I would rather get fucked in the ass than play Halo Infinite anymore. Easily. Halo Infinite is just 343's magnum opus of incompetence. That game, I fucking hate the multiplayer. Like, I fucking hate it with a fiery passion.
Especially for casual people, it's very not fun.
Yeah.
The issue with it is, we've had this conversation, but let's have this conversation on a podcast. Halo Infinite is the answer to a question no one asked. Halo Infinite, 343 was like, you know what we should do? We should make Halo free to play.
Yeah.
Who asked for that? The community as a collective. If you get on the Halo Infinite Reddit, or the Halo Reddit, which I have looked at because I love it, because I love knowing that the community, at least, like, they don't hate the game as passionately as I do. And that's cool. Again, if you like Halo Infinite, I'm with you. I want to like it. I wish I could like Halo Infinite. But if you like Halo Infinite, you can like the game and be a part of the community that's on the Halo Infinite Reddit, where these guys are passionate. You can tell they love Halo. They want Halo Infinite to be good. They enjoy playing it. But with all of that said, they go, oh, by the way, these fucking cat ears came out, and I want to stab myself in the eye with a fucking pencil.
Cat ears, I remember that.
I'll get to the cat ears, but just to finish out with the single player, it's just like the multiplayer, where gameplay wise, it feels good, it plays good, it's fun. The story sucks. The enemies suck. It's the same shit. And the entire fucking campaign feels like it is designed with co-op in mind. But we don't have fucking co-op. It's like, here's a fucking warthog. Cool, I called it in. Can somebody please get in the gunner? I'm basically running over soldiers, trying to get them to get in. They're like, nah, chief, I gotta protect this thing. Like, protect it from what? Get in the fucking gunner's seat. God, I wish I could just fucking shoot an invite to Satchmo or Lewis and be like, hey, man, gunner, hop in. No, I can't, because 343 is like, we're gonna come out with it in 6 months. You mean 3 months? Well, season 1 is actually 6 months. Cool. So does that mean we'll get Forge in 6 months? Nah, Forge is gonna come out in 9 months. What the fuck? Did you read the Cyberpunk book and how to fucking release a game? Like, what the fuck happened?
Not to interrupt. I've been playing the Halo 1 campaign.
When did Cookie join 343?
And there's parts where you have the Warthog as well, with some NPC like characters. they'll immediately get in if you get in the driver's seat. So why doesn't Halo Infinite do that?
I don't know. Yeah, pretty much. Bungie made one of them, and 343 made the other. Because, yeah, you're right. In Halo 1, you hop in a Warthog, and it's like a fucking bloodbath. Motherfuckers are climbing over each other to get in there with you. In Halo Infinite, I get in a Warthog, and it's like I have, like, fucking BO or something. Like, nobody wants to hop in that shit with me. I'm like, bitch, I'm fucking Master Chief. Get your ass in the fucking gunner seat and shut the fuck up. And it's like, no, it's such a fucking pit. You have to go out and rescue people, and then they'll get in. And it's like, the single player is better than the multiplayer, but it is still. You compare Halo Infinite to Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo ODST, Halo Reach. It is the only games that Halo Infinite is better than are Halo 4 and Halo 5, and that is not impressive. That's like I had a diarrhea shit yesterday. It was fucking awful. Oh, okay, what happened today? Well, I took a fucking massive shit. Oh, okay, it was way better. Yeah, of course it was better, because you didn't have a fucking diarrhea dump. But that doesn't mean it was a good shit. Halo Infinite is a piece of shit, and it's better than the other pieces of shit, but it's still a piece of shit. Now the multiplayer. The multiplayer, the free-to-play thing is what's fucking it over. And here's the thing, even if they got rid of it, I still probably would hate the game, because I did just the way they have it designed and the skill-based matchmaking and all that shit. Every time I play that fucking game, I'm going against the sweatiest motherfuckers. And I don't play the same game a lot. I don't have a bunch of time to dedicate to one game. So I'm kind of constantly bouncing around. I don't have enough time to get good at one game. And so I go into Halo Infinite and I just get fucking shit on. Which is fine. That's not a big deal. But then on top of that, I'm getting shit on every game. And I'm earning dick. I'm not earning a fucking thing. That game's progression system is fucked. The fact that they have the audacity to be like, oh, well, if you want to unlock stuff, you need to give us $20. Alright, cool. Here's $20. What do I unlock? Here's 60 challenge swaps. What the fuck? Yeah. What the How did Halo Infinite just get its ass handed to it from Satan? Call of Duty is, we can all agree, Activision Blizzard is the fucking devil. They are the devil. Bobby Kotick needs to be burned at a stake. With that said, their Battle Pass, which is a piece of shit, has, like, 10 times better shit than Halo Infinite's. Halo Infinite's Battle Pass is a fucking disaster. What the fuck happened? Yeah. And then it came out that originally it was supposed to be 120 items, and it was going to have every piece of armor from Halo Reach. It was supposed to have every piece of armor from Halo Reach in the Battle Pass. And before the game came out, they pulled that Battle Pass, and a lot of that stuff has since come out as purchasable in the store. So what you should have gotten for your $20, they pulled away from that Battle Pass, and they then turned around and sold it to you. They took something that should have been yours, basically, and said, hey, I'm going to need another 10. And the thing that blows my mind is that not only is it terrible, but the prices for this shit are ridiculous.
Fucking the achievement.
$10 for cat ears. Oh, like Duty said, yeah, so they never changed the achievement picture. So when you unlock the achievement, it still says 120. Like, you did it. You beat all 120 of the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass is only 100. Oh yeah. You fucking idiots. Halo Infinite is, like, Call of Duty Vanguard is fucking terrible. Halo Infinite is worse in almost every sense than Call of Duty Vanguard. As far as, like, I'm not talking gameplay wise, because that's subjective. If you like Call of Duty, you could probably like Halo Infinite, but if you're a Call of Duty guy through and through, then Halo Infinite's probably not going to appeal to you. But if you're a Halo Infinite guy and that's your bread and butter, you're probably not. It's subjective. I'm not saying gameplay wise. Mm-hmm. What I am saying is, as far as monetization schemes, Call of Duty Vanguard, it has a store full of shit. Yes, But my $20 in Call of Duty Vanguard, it'll get you fucking Rambo. It'll get you a gun that shoots fucking red fire bullets, which again, still overpriced. But that's a lot better than me paying $20 for red and yellow.
Yeah.
That's Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite, they released red and yellow. You could have Iron Man colors. $20.
Wow.
No helmet.
I want
it
to
doesn't.
be Iron Man, but you
It
have to
doesn't
be
even
like
change.
Iron Man.
It doesn't even change the color of your fucking gun. It's three. So what they do is they have it separated, so it looks like you get 3 different paint jobs. But actually, what it is it's 3 paint jobs for every different armor core. In other words, if you bought the battle pass, you got the reach armor, you get red and yellow for that. If you unlock the ninja armor, you get red and yellow for that. And if you unlocked the default armor, obviously you have it, you get red and yellow for that. So it shows 3 different colors. So you think, oh, I'm getting 3 for red and yellow. No, you're getting 1, technically. But it looks better if they show 3 as opposed to only 1. Because it's $20. $20 for red and yellow. Do you remember in every other fucking Halo game when I could just go in, get the slider, and make myself red and yellow?
Yes, those
Yeah.
were. I don't know why they changed that. I don't know why they give us.
I can tell you why they did it.
Colors.
They did it because money.
Yeah.
They did it because
And
money.
Your
Color
money.
customization.
Like again, it comes back to like the Street Fighter thing where when Street Fighter came out, it came out with DLC that was on disc, and everybody was like, "This game's fucking garbage. Why are we paying for DLC that's on disc?" That fucking cat ear helmet has been in the game since it came out. One of the first nights that we played, remember, we were playing against the bots, and there was a bot running around with the cat ears, and we were all like, "What the fuck? How do they have cat ears? I want to be Bon Bon Meow Meow. How do I be Bon Bon Meow Meow?" Remember? And all the a month and a half later, it's like, "Oh, you want to be Bon Bon Meow Meow? Fuck yeah, I do. It's gonna be $10, please."
I'm not paying you
Years
$10
and
to be
a charm.
pum pum meow meow, okay?
Just for the years, I think it's for the default armor. It's only locked to 1 armor set, no? The ears?
Yes, yeah.
Would
So
not be surprised.
every time you buy something, so if you buy like a new helmet or you buy something, it's tied to certain armor cores again. So if you want to wear a certain, so I don't know what the cat ears is because I didn't pay for it, and anybody who did pay for it, I didn't look at it just because what you do with your money's on you, but that doesn't mean I have to look at you. My favorite thing was I was on the Reddit when that happened, and some guy was like, "Oh, cool, so now I know what to do," and everybody was like, "What?" And he's like, "Whenever I see somebody with cat ears, dropping bags." Like the fact that you fucking paid for those cat ears, whenever I see anybody with cat ears, I'm teabagging the shit out of you. And I was like, I don't know who that guy is, but I fucking love him.
He's doing the real hero.
I don't know who that person. I don't even know what guy, gal. I don't know who they are. All I know is that they're my fucking hero. They're doing what I don't have the fucking strength to, because I refuse to play fucking Halo Infinite. Yeah, now Halo Infinite is easily the worst game to come out. For me, it's the worst game this year. It was something that I was severely looking forward to, and just at every corner, that game fucking let me down. Every fucking way. I was like, oh, dude, fucking multiplayer's gonna be dope. It's garbage. Well, at least we have single player. It's also garbage. Well, at least I can play with my friends. No, you can't. Well, we have Forge. No, you don't. like what the fuck happened? And again, if you like Halo Infinite, I'm not saying you don't get to like Halo Infinite. I'm not saying you don't get to enjoy it. I wish I could. With all of that said, if you like Halo Infinite and you want to see it improve, speak with your wallet. Just don't give in to the fucking the armor bullshit. Don't buy the battle pass. Play the game, but don't spend money in it until they make it better. And that's what I haven't spent.
They'll finally finish it.
Yeah, no
for sure.
shit.
5 years when the game dies out.
I haven't spent a penny, and I really wanted to buy the battle pass because I really want to like the game, but I haven't spent a penny in the game because it's not good. It's not a good game.
Gonzo did it. You can do it, dude.
Gonzo's a fucking idiot, and I hope he tears his ACL. I refuse to fucking put a cent in Halo Infinite. The fact that they're charging people money for it is what's just like disgusting to me. Like, I get it, the multiplayer's free, but if you want to play the fucking single player, you gotta put, it's like what, $60? $60 for that fucking, for the single player mode That is highway fucking robbery.
Yeah.
That is robbery.
Yeah, they should have just charged for both the campaign and the multiplayer.
And the worst part is, yes, Call of Duty Vanguard, the single player isn't very good. Neither is Halo Infinite. The multiplayer isn't very good. Or it's decent, I guess, whatever. But, I mean, you could say the same for Halo Infinite. But, fucking, at least Call of Duty has a shitty zombies mode. It's shitty, but at least it's there. Halo Infinite didn't even come with Firefight. Where the fuck is Firefight? What happened? Where's Firefight? Where's Forge? Where's Co-op Campaign? Where's the rest of the fucking game?
It took them a while to come out with like all the other fucking multiplayer game modes too.
That's the part that mystifies me, is that there's videos and there's people like they did the same shit for Halo 5. How are we letting them get after Halo 5? We were like never again, and now we're letting him do it again. And that's the part that just blows my mind, is that people are like, nah, bro, I bought the cat ears because, you know, I feel like the game deserves it. And it's like, this game doesn't deserve any of your fucking money. If you like the game, that's fine. But to say that this game deserves any money it doesn't, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. Handle it the same way we handle Call of Duty. Don't buy in. However, you know, for me, this game is worse than Call of Duty. But, I mean, to be fair, only by a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough. Anybody have any thoughts? Does anybody have a different number one? Anybody have a different worst game of the year?
It's just fucking Vanguard. We went over that already.
Honestly, I was just gonna put Activision as a whole as my worst game, worst thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
because Activision's fucking up. Activision
bad.
Blizzard's fucking up. Yeah. Bobby Kotick. Bobby Kotick. They were like, everybody was like, you need to fire him, and Activision Blizzard was like, nah. But what if we did it?
What if we gave him a pay raise?
Yeah, what if we didn't? Okay, so then this should be pretty easy. So then, as a collective, what is everybody? What's your game? What should be the Slim for the win? Worst game of 2021. Caesar.
Oh.
I'm just Vanguard. Fuck it.
Vanguard. Duty.
I mean, I can't vote for Activision, so I guess either Vanguard or Infinite.
Vanguard or Infinite? Which one? Pick one.
Oh, okay. Vanguard, I guess.
Vanguard. Lewis.
I never really got a chance to play Vanguard, so I'm gonna have to go with Infinite on that one.
Infinite. Pumpkin.
I played both. Enough.
So what's the word?
Vanguard, dude.
Vanguard. Satchmo.
Viva Pinata 4.
Viva Pinata. Trouble in Paradise.
Oh, it's such a good game. How fucking dare you? I love Viva Pinata.
And I'm with Lewis. I also vote Halo Infinite. However, that our votes, we only got 2, which means Slim for the win. Worst game 2021. Call of Duty Vanguard. Upper world.
Oh man, I just bought it too.
That's fine. You can play with
That's
Frank.
your number one. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. And then you'll never hear from me.
Be funny.
No, well, to be fair to Frank, as a multiplayer guy, I have heard that Vanguard multiplayer is fun.
They fix it.
It's not so much that they fixed it; it was never really broken. I mean, all it is they took Modern Warfare's engine, you know. So I heard that the multiplayer's it's fine. And that's what Frank likes, so it makes sense that Frank would like it, you know, because it is, from what I hear, it's a relatively good multiplayer game. But even then, also in Frank's defense, if you were to ask Frank, hey Frank, what do you think of Vanguard? He'd probably be like, fuck it, man, it is what it is. Even he wouldn't be like, he'd be like, if you ask Frank, hey Frank, should I buy Vanguard? He'd be like, I don't know, man. So, you know, to be fair to Frank, even Frank knows what fucking Call of Duty is, so.
Yeah.
You can't give him too much shit because Frank 100%. He plays the game, but he's smart. He's a smart mark, dude. He's like, nah, man. I like Vanguard, but fuck, bro. If I were you, I wouldn't buy it. But anyway, enough with the fucking garbage and enough with me talking. Does everybody here have a top 5 games they played this year?
Yeah, I finally got a list
I
together.
do.
Hell yeah. Let's go in alphabetical. We'll go in alphabetical order. We'll start with the C4.
No.
Nah, I've already talked enough.
No.
Caesar, go ahead and take over. I'll catch you guys in a bit.
Oh, fuck.
I'm pretty sure.
Alright, cool. I got this. Hold on.
I got
Alright,
this.
Alright, hold on. Hear me out. I haven't played a lot of games that came out this year. To be honest, I forgot that some of these games came out this year.
I forgot they existed.
Yeah, I forgot things existed.
Hey, stop stalling, you little bitch. What's your top 5?
Come on.
Top 5. Probably kind of roughly in order. Probably
Rainbow Six, and Epic Rainbow Six.
Shut the fuck up.
Right.
Fuck yeah. Honestly,
I don't got 5, boy. I got 6.
Like Rainbow Six, been a failure as of recently. That aside, because that's not this year.
It's because they're focusing on
Top
Riders
boy.
Republic, dude.
Shut the fuck up. Riders Republic is a fun game, and I was debating on putting Riders Republic in my top 5.
Okay, well, what is in your top 5?
Does anyone else have anything to add before I continue with my top 5?
No.
No,
I'm gonna
you have a
fucking-
stage. Stop stalling.
I'm gonna-
Gonzo, what is your top 5?
No. You're
I'm gonna fucking add my balls to your mouth. You don't tell me what your top
You're
5
fucking
is.
dog.
You were part of the problem of interrupting me.
What
You're
up?
part of the problem.
We're filming a podcast. How's it going?
Fuck is a podcast?
That's what I want to know, dude. I don't know anymore.
We're talking about God's welcome. We're talking about our top 5 games of the year.
Oh.
Yeah.
And right now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get Caesar to list off his top 5. But he's stalling like a little
Rainbow?
bitch.
Yeah.
Fucking Satchmo just made that joke.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're
I
fine.
just got out of work, so you know.
No?
Let's
Not
see.
blown yet?
Okay.
I'm actually working on that now.
Well, work quietly. Caesar, what's your top 5?
Oh, sorry, Caesar. Yeah, don't concern yourself with me, Caesar. Tell them
Top
about all the
5.
expansions that you like this year from Rainbow.
All the expansions. Let's see. Aces Elite came out. That was pretty cash.
I'm gonna fucking Aces Elite my foot in your ass. What's your top 5?
Top 5. Let's see. Like I said, didn't play a lot of games this year that came out this year. Number 1, Resident Evil Village. That was super good. I liked Resident Evil Village.
It's a solid pick.
Yeah,
Pretty
it was pretty
It's a solid
nice.
pick.
Played it many times.
Very pretty.
Yeah, solid pick.
Solid pick. Yeah.
9 out of 10 would fuck again.
Second one, probably Before Your Eyes, which is like.
The fuck is that?
Yeah,
I think I've heard of it.
As far as I'm concerned, it's only on the PC. It's like a nice little like story game where it's just like, I don't want to say spoilers, but I'm pretty sure no one's gonna really play it. So like, I'm just
No,
gonna kind of go
absolutely
with
not.
it.
Is it
Sounds
the
like
one
some-
where you
sounds
blink
like a
and
Lifetime
get
movie.
time to go forward?
Yeah, you blink and like time moves forward. Kind of like it's just like the gist of like this guy who kind of like lives a life that leads you on to believe that like this kid grew up to be like an amazing artist and like he was like
Did he go?
at first everyone shit on him, but like he grew up to be an amazing artist. No, because it turns out in one of at one of the parts in the story, it says he got sick and he wasn't able to go to school for like a week. Turns out he was very sick. And yeah, and
Sounds like a Lifetime movie.
It kind of was.
yeah.
It's
And,
in game
like,
form.
Yeah, and I liked it because it was just like something different compared to what I usually play.
Yeah,
And, like,
I mean,
it
to be
was a
fair,
Realistic Siege.
yeah, anything is
Yeah,
different to
anything
Rainbow.
shooter. I just focus on shooters really. I just play shooters, and as I like Siege, my relationship with Siege is rough this year.
Okay. But before we continue, so as a collective, we're gonna pick a Slim for the win game of the year. That last Lifetime game that you were talking about, that shit's definitely not making it on the list. Resident Evil Village, I believe. There's probably at least 3 of us that I think will put it on the list. So I'm adding it to the maybe Slim for the Win Game of the Year list. Anyway, number 3, go.
Number 3.
Say it like that.
Because I fucked up saying numbers, so I just committed to talking that way.
Number 3.
Alright, I'll give you points. I'll give you points because you just finished.
You just committed. You're just like, fuck yeah, man.
I already fucked this word up.
I'm in this.
I feel like it was like there, so I could save it. Number 3. Alien Fireteam Elite. I like that. I like horde shooters and
that was a good one of those.
Yeah. Aliens Fireteam Elite saved us from the boredom that was Back 4 Blood, the disappointment that was Back 4 Blood. Granted, the ending sucked, but like when me, you, and Gons were playing it, the change we had in our tone from being bored and defeated in Back 4 Blood to Alien.
I remember that.
Yeah,
exactly what you were doing with that.
We went into Aliens and we're like, holy shit, this game is fun. We forgot how fun this game was.
Yeah,
it's fun, dude. It was really good.
I remember that night. Me, you, and Gonzo were playing Back 4 Blood. It was quiet. We were sad. We were defeated. We started playing Alien Fireteam Elite, and it was like a complete turnaround.
It was so fucking fun.
Immediately, we were like, "Wow, we should have fucking started playing this instead. This is great."
That was such a fun game. Number 4. I'm gonna say number 4.
I think he started with his favorite, which is Resident Evil 8.
Yeah, I started with my.
We're going down.
Yeah.
Reverse order.
4 is definitely. Wait, no, number what? Yeah, I did, I guess. And Resident Evil is definitely my number 1.
And I played a lot this year, and I played nothing this year.
It was super fun. Same. Number 4. I'm gonna give it to Age of Empires.
That was another good one.
Yeah, I like RTSs. And
that was a good game.
Yeah, Age of Empires was super fun, especially when we fucking discovered the fucking war elephant.
Oh shit!
The destructive force that was an army of war elephants with army of cannons was unstoppable.
It's like a bunch of Stampy, and they just roll up to shit, and they just headbutt it into fucking dust. That was my favorite.
That was amazing watching just a horde of elephants pressure the Roman Empire as they fell.
It's a fun game.
That was a fun game.
Looking great. Number 5.
I got my list.
Nice.
Number 5, because it came out this year, and because I do enjoy, like, I guess, like, there's like a little part of me that really enjoys like sword fighting and like historic weapons and everything. Chivalry 2 was very fucking fun.
Yes.
And I love the fact that it's just a mess.
It also marks the one time that I had an idea and I was actually right.
Yeah, like
I remember.
Moment.
I remember. Well, it's because I remember when the game came out because Gods was like, "Dude, Chivalry 2," and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And then I was like, "I'm in, dude. How much is it? 40? Ah, never mind. Like, fuck no, I'm not paying no $40 for that.
40 good. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was.
And so we kept talking about it, but we kept not committing until they gave us that free weekend, and I was like, "All right, fuck it. I'll download it for free, and if it's good, we'll buy it because it was on sale for like 20 something." And we played like 2 games, and everybody, me, you, Gons, Frank, we all committed to it. We were all like, you know what? This is a good game.
That game is fucking phenomenal. That game is funny. I love the big battles between the 2 teams. I like the fact that I have the ability to toss my sword across the field and like possibly impale somebody. It's just such an awesome
run up
fun
and
game.
swing somebody and send them flying.
Yeah. And then on top of that, when we get tired of the serious fight, we go into a little 24-person bar brawl where we're all in a tiny little room with chairs and fucking like candelabras and flutes, and we all just beat the shit out of each other.
I love grabbing the chair, just running up and breaking over someone's back and like annihilating them.
Yeah, we
I just
absolutely.
imagine Caesar saying to himself in his head, Stockholm! Stockholm!
I'm constantly, I pick up the chair and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking put someone's head through this chair. Like I'm ending someone's life with this chair. It is so great. And some of the stuff that you pick up too is just so random. Like someone picked up a bell at one point and I was like, you can pick this shit up?
You just toss it, yeet it on the window down.
I picked up like a big stone ball or like a bomb or something at one point and I was like, I'm gonna beat someone to death with it.
My favorite is what makes me love that so much is like the different tiers of weapons. So it's like if I spawn and I like, you know, I have something, I'm like, this is garbage. And then you see somebody with a chair and just the fear. It's like, no, the chair is an elite weapon. Like, no, he's gonna beat my ass. I have no answer to that.
You know, you can't forget about the iron.
The top tier
weapon, the iron.
The top tier weapon is the fucking rolling pin.
Oh, the rolling pin
of death.
or what was the other one?
Or
the flute.
Steiner of beer.
The fucking Steiner, the Steiner recliner of beer.
Yeah. You just sit there and you drink some, and then you're all like, all right, I can take a lot more hits now.
Yeah, that game's fun. That's definitely on the list for Slim for the win game of the year.
That was very funny.
Slim would be proud of that game.
Oh, he would have loved
Like,
it.
oh,
You sold me on
you
it,
guys are,
honestly.
you guys are fighting?
Oh, Chivalry?
Cool.
You talking about Chivalry? Yeah, that game.
It's
that game,
legit.
It managed to do what Battlefield does, but better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so as a collective, Gons, and I think you'll agree. So I feel like, you know, I feel like I'll give you a say, but I feel like you'll agree with us. Slim for the win. As of right now, as a collective, we all said that our worst game of 2021, Call of Duty Vanguard.
I mean, we just played the beta, but yeah, that was enough.
There you go. Well, to be fair, me and Lewis voted for Halo Infinite, but I know you disagree with that.
No, Halo it's not Call of Duty Vanguard bad. Come on.
Nah, it is. It's Call of Duty Vanguard worse.
No.
Shut up and eat your damn cheese sandwich.
Their campaign's good.
No.
We for their idiots, but they're not Satan like Activision.
I wish Frank was here so I could have somebody, so he could have my back.
Be like, yep.
All right, who wants to go next? Who's got their top
We're
five?
going in alphabetical order. What the fuck?
By what merit?
Okay, all right, I'm gonna throw out my top five, and I'm just gonna rattle through them real quick because I know only one of these games, or no, actually two. Only two of these games, I'm gonna have anybody who agrees with me. Number 5, Halo. Fucking Halo Infinite. Number 5.
What the fuck? Those are changes of pace.
No, incorrect. Number 5, Forza Horizon 5.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I figured. Yeah. Number 4.
I agree with that being in your list.
Yeah, well, so we could talk about that one a little bit, but I'm sure that it's going to make other lists, so I'll leave it to you guys to talk about it. Number 4, Deathloop. I think Caesar's probably the only one who also owns it, and you haven't even played it yet, have you?
I played some of it. It's actually pretty fun what I've played so far.
Yeah, it's fun. Deathloop. I know a lot of people didn't like it. For me, though, love it. Number 3, surprise game, Guardians of the Galaxy. That actually... I was so fucking disillusioned after playing Marvel Avengers from Ubisoft or whoever the fuck made that abortion. I was so fucking salty that I was like, fuck Guardians, it's gonna be garbage. No, it's actually really fucking good. I bought it during Black Friday for like $20. I was like, fuck it, $20, yeah, why not? I'll get it on PS5. And then I started playing and I'm like, this game is fucking incredible. This game is amazing. Like, what the fuck? Why did you do this for Avengers? What happened? But very good game. If you haven't played it, play it. But I'm sure, I think I'm the only one who's played it. But play it, you'll like it. Number 2, Metroid Dread. I feel like anybody who's played Metroid Dread, there you go. And then my game of the year, because I'm a hipster fucking wiener cuck, and I really like the story. I like Life is Strange. True Colors. I like Life is Strange.
Huh.
That was my lifetime game. That was my lifetime game where I was like,
That was my lifetime game.
yeah. Well, it's like it's like Caesar and his dumbass. I close my eyes and I have terminal cancer. Dumbass game.
I like the other Life is Strange, the original.
If you like it, you'll like this one.
Yeah, it's on my to-get list.
Life is Strange is a fun game. I wish I understood.
And here's the thing.
They're like a Telltale game if like Telltale still had it.
Yeah. But yeah, so Life is Strange True Colors is my favorite game. I'm actually still playing it. I'm going through a second playthrough of it. I'm doing the actions that I didn't pick, and I'm trying to get all the trophies because I didn't worry about trophies the first time around.
Yeah.
So I missed like a fuckload. So I'm going through it again. But it's fun. If you like the first one...
yeah, I like the first one. I like the prequel. I never played part 2. You said it wasn't great.
Part 2...
No,
yeah, part 2 sucks. Part 2 isn't very good. It's not terrible, don't get me wrong, but it's just the brother characters. I didn't buy it. I didn't like them. As characters, they're not very likable. Alex Chen, the main character of the new game, immediately way more endearing. Way better character.
Yeah.
Almost immediately, she won me over because, like, the sense of humor, it's back to, like, that fucking, like, that sense of humor that I loved in Life is Strange, the first one. Yeah. Like, that Chloe, like, I remember fucking Chloe when she was like, no emoji! I remember when I saw that, I was like, I fucking, that's fucking, yeah. I know exactly how you feel, because that's how I used to feel. People would send me emojis, I'd be like, fuck, you need to stop.
You need to stop.
She has that, like, there's a point in the story where you walk into it's like an abandoned mine, and on the wall it says like so and so is a skank, and she's like, Alex walks up to it and she's like, maybe you need to stop judging so and so's choices and look at your own. Like just little quips like that. I was like, fuck yeah, you don't worry about who's a skank, you worry about yourself. Like, she's very witty. It's very funny. It's a very funny game. But with that said, nobody's going to agree with me, so not putting it on the list.
I never played it, but it sounds cool.
They're adorable little games. They're like, Gonzo put it very well. It's like the Walking Dead games, only without the burden of The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
yeah,
they're cool. There's a little more interactive than the Telltale games.
They tie into each other too. I won't give anything away. And they don't tie in each other majorly, but this game does have a tie to the first one.
Oh, cool.
I will say
better.
Yeah.
It's been on my to-get list, but it's a little, like, pricey. I'm like,
it's still expensive.
$40-something or $60, whatever.
Yeah, it's still very expensive. And I bought, like, the premium edition, so it was very pricey.
Primo.
But I needed to play it before this, because... Yeah. I had heard everybody was like, oh, if you like Life is Strange, you need to play this one. I was like, but that's what you said with the second one. They're like, no. This one's better.
Real
and I was like, never happened. Yeah. I mean, I still want to beat the second one, but this one was just so much better. Anyway. Pumpkin, top 5, go.
I have 4, because...
That's fine. Top 4, go.
Top 4. Number 4, it's because I liked it, didn't play it, but I saw a lot of gameplays and I saw a lot of people enjoy it. Little Nightmare 2.
Oh, okay. Didn't Satchmo play that? Satchmo? Didn't you play that? Satchmo, speak up.
I've seen gameplay.
Yeah, 100%
fun.
That game.
It seems fun. It looks enjoyable.
So back up, Pumpkin. What do you think? Little Nightmares, dope as fuck.
Oh yeah, dude, it's awesome. It's challenging. It gives you a little fast pace. It's got that creepy, weird feeling to it.
It has a little bit of
mind blowing puzzles.
I thought I say Michael Myers. I was like, oh fuck yeah, I'll play as Michael Myers. That's cool. Yeah, I remember Satchmo telling me I needed to play it, and I do want to play it. I just don't want to pay for it.
Number 3.
We're on sale for a while.
Yeah, but I want it for free.
That'd be nice.
Because they added the first one to Game Pass eventually, didn't they? Like, so I was hoping they would do the same for the second.
Eventually they'll get there.
Well, that's what I was hoping they would do with Life is Strange, because Life is Strange 2 ended up on there. And so I was like, maybe True Colors will end up on there, and they just never did. So I was like, fuck it, let's get on PS5. Give me a reason. Give me a
money in that one.
I just get every now and then I get games on PS5 that I know like nobody else wants to play or like that are on sale. Just so I could turn on my PS5 for some reason. The poor thing, it's there like please love me, and I'm like no, slim box.
love me, father.
Not only are you not the slim box, but you're also a PS5. That's 2 strikes. One more, and I'm fucking taking you to the Goodwill. Nah, I like my PS5. I like my PS5. It's just there's so much sentimental value in the slim box that the PS5 is just there. Like, please love me, and so I try to. I'm like, no, it's okay, baby. I know you're there. I got true colors on you, so we can have some time together. Okay, so Little Nightmares. Number 3 is what'd you say? Papua New Guinea, or what the hell did you say?
No, I haven't said anything. It's,
Oh,
I put Chivalry.
that's a good one.
Okay,
So-
Chivalry. It's
Yeah,
it's
that's a
there.
good one.
Argument for me.
Yeah. No argument here.
Number 2, Riders Republic. I really enjoy that game a lot.
That's another good one. Yeah, that was definitely like a dark horse game that kind of came out of nowhere. We just decided to get it on a whim, and then we were like, "This game's shit." It does have really shitty monetization. I will say that you don't get away with it. Riders Republic, fuck you. With that said, the gameplay is at least fun.
At least
Unlike-
they don't have NFTs
Well,
in it.
unless actually it's called Mass Race the game, but you know.
Oh yeah, Master Race the game.
Master Race
Yeah.
It might-
Not Master Race, jackass. Master Race. Master Race is some hardcore shit that
Mike Jr.
Mike Jr. Yeah. So we were recording the Riders Republic video. Mike kept saying Master Race instead of Mass Race, and I'm like, no, dude, it's Mass Race, not Master Race. Master Race is like we're talking either about PC or you're getting into some Hitler shit, in which case you're out of Slim for the win. Yeah. So you need to make a choice.
Part of Slim in the win?
Got him.
Not a point.
Yeah, but no, Riders Republic is definitely a good one. So what the hell? Oh, well, I was about to ask what your game of the year was. What a stupid
Very
question that is.
I
So-
would have most hours since it came out.
But see, here's a good opportunity to talk about it. So your number 1 game, go.
Forza Horizon 5.
I agree. Forza Horizon 5 was so good that it made my top 5 list.
I
It's
agree.
that
Yeah.
good.
Your favorite game.
Yeah, no, it's number 5 for me because I do think it's a great game. I was very excited to play it,
Slap.
and it's one of the only games that I was very excited to play. It came out, and I was like, this game is fucking dope. So many games came out this year that I was like, yeah, and then we played them, and we were like, oh. But absolutely 100%, this is Pumpkin's game. Absolutely, and Lewis to an extent.
He's actually playing it right now, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm playing with animals online because I have to do a fucking playground and shit. Kind of annoying.
But yeah, no,
Maybe afterwards.
I think it's a fun game, and
I like
it
it by
is.
myself.
Nah, I like it better with. I also like it by myself, but I like it better with you
I
because
was
I can
enjoying
ruin
it,
your
and Pumpkin
experience.
joined, and they just threw it off and haven't played it since.
He likes it, but
I
when I
haven't
join,
played
he
it
doesn't
since.
like it.
Since that day, he interrupted that race, and I just
Listen,
ah,
next time I join, I'm gonna ask you, can I join you? And then you'll say no, and then I won't join.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, don't give him the
Yeah,
choice.
just
Fuck
join
him.
him and destroy him.
Yeah,
dude.
nah, don't give him the choice. If I could join him in Doom Eternal right now as a fucking Ferrari and just roll over him, I would.
Why are you watching
Dark
what I'm
Souls.
doing? Get out of my head.
I'm in the party screen. We're recording look, you guys can play whatever you want, but I can't because I would like to have the party screen open. So I'm just sitting here at this party screen and I'm just looking at what all of you fucking are doing.
I'm not even playing.
I like Doom Eternal, right?
Oh yeah, well Pumpkin's not playing. No, Doom Eternal's a good game. You'll get no arguments from me. I'm just saying, you're asking, get out of your head. I'm not in your head. I'm in the party screen.
I know.
If I was in your head, I'd be fucking pulling strings. I'd be like, hey, let's play some fucking Forza Horizon 5
Listen,
and let
Doom
me join.
Eternal.
Nah,
Come on.
Some Quake.
you know what you want to do.
Some
Hey, Quake was great.
And funny part is,
Oh,
Can I nominate Quake? It came out.
I don't think-
recently.
No, 'cause it was a remaster, no?
yeah, it's a remaster. With that
What's
said,
the
we did play
personal-
Quake. I don't think Gans wasn't there, right? It was me, Caesar, Satchmo, and Duty.
Yeah, it was the horde
Yes.
mode.
We did the horde mode, us
That was
four, and
fucking
oh my
hilarious.
god, it was fucking funny.
Fucking
Friendly
Oh, the
fire.
horde
Oh,
mode.
I haven't tried the
yeah.
one. I've been wanting
There
to.
was friendly fire. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, we had friendly fire on, and so it was me, Duty, Caesar, and Pumpkin,
Hey, we
and
gotta try that sometime,
Satchmo.
dude. Because I've been
Alright.
wanting to try that. I haven't.
It was a blast. We beat it technically, which I mean, there's no beating it; it's a horde mode. But we made it through the challenges or whatever to escape. And oh my god, we had so much fun. I don't know how many fucking times we killed each other an accident. You pick up a grenade launcher and it's just like the fuck you end the game for everybody.
Including yourself. If you're
Yeah. That was a lot of fun. So Forza Horizon, I added Forza Horizon 5 to the Slim for the Win list because I do agree that I think that's worthy of Game of the Year.
I'm glad to hear that.
It's on my list for sure. Well, we got Pumpkin. May as well fucking hit up Lewis because I imagine similar but different. Lewis, what do you think? What do you got? What's your top 5?
So number 5, I had the new Pokemon Snap because it was pretty fun.
That's fun.
Just it had a lot of the same mechanics that you would normally use, but with just a newer Pokemon, so it's like a fresh new take to it.
Yeah, and it's pretty. The game is very pretty too.
Yeah. And then you have the little secrets like, oh, now you have to capture Mew's picture. Oh, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just doing a different aspect of putting new mechanics, put a better like flair to it. So it gave you more things to do.
It's everything you wanted from Pokemon Snap, but modernized. I agree. I enjoyed it a lot. It didn't make my list, but it was very good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I loved it too.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 4, I had to put Forza Horizon 4 because we had played Forza Horizon. 5, and then we had played 4 a lot, and so
I knew
a
what you
lot
meant.
of the same mechanics from 4, just in a different area. So it's like kind of gets tedious and boring after a while doing the same thing and repetitive. Now, if they would have put like different game modes on top of like what you can do, like custom like tag games or stuff like that, instead of having to go online and actually play with animals and you can play with AI, that would have been better for it, you know?
It would.
That's my take for that part. For 3, I had Riders Republic was pretty cool. Just the sheer amount of people on at the same time in one race is freaking it's monstrous.
You know what it
There's
is? You know what it is?
races, the
It is.
64 players.
It's just.
It's just chaos. And then 2 was kind of a hard like decision between 1 and 2 because I know that it was not really on a lot of people's radar, but on one of the games and then the other game we all decided to do it after like 2 games. So it was like really hard for me to decide because it was pretty. Those were I played a lot of those by myself. But number 2, I went with the Pokemon remakes for Diamond and Pearl because it's once again it's just a revamp on the older Pokemon games. It's just a lot of newer mechanics that were added into it that you really don't catch until like later on. You're like, you know what, this wasn't there before, and you know what, this wasn't there before. So it makes it a lot simpler to manage and play the game because you get to enjoy the story the same way that you used to, but with newer stuff. And then number 1, I had to put Chivalry because it was just a landslide for me because we all just being able to throw people across the map just by running up to them and hitting them with a big club just made it so much funny.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That's a pretty fun game. Chivalry is a pretty fucking good game.
So that's
Chivalry is definitely as a group game. It's definitely probably one of the most fun ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I like Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pearl. I didn't put them on my list just because they were good, but I felt like I played some stuff that was better. However, I did very much enjoy them. I still haven't beaten them, in fact. I'm at the Elite Four. I haven't done it. I'm taking my sweet ass time.
Where I left off in the game.
You know what? I'll go last after Satchmo. I'll be right back.
Kikiyoshi's turn.
Yeah, there you go. Nah, I'm just.
You shouldn't have said anything.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You can go do your business. Satchmo, Gonzo, you guys have lists? You want to tell me your list? Check it twice. Find out who's not here. Nice.
I slapped one together, real quick.
All right.
I kind of figured. I know what I like.
What do you got? What do you got?
Okay. So Psychonauts 2, I like it. I don't know if anyone else played it.
I haven't played it.
No.
I haven't played it yet.
It's
I haven't
fun.
gotten a chance to play it.
It's a really good platformer. People don't make enough platformers, but I have a soft spot for those. So I like it. It's got really cool themes. It's got Jack Black, because why not? Of course it did.
I don't want to play. I don't want to play it anymore.
Ah, because Jack Black?
No, I'm just kidding. I have nothing against Jack Black.
I think Jack Black's great. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
I don't mind him.
It's on Game Pass, so there's like literally no reason to check it out. You know, it's pretty good.
Do you say there's literally no reason to check it out?
No reason not to check it out.
It's on Game Pass, so absolutely don't play it.
Point if you can't buy it. The other one, another game that I really
Lot
liked
more
was,
sentiment later.
All right.
Yeah.
Right? Doom Eternal. Nah,
That didn't come out this year.
technically, it was re-released on next gen.
You technically shut the fuck up.
Anyways, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart was really good.
That one narrowly missed my list. I was very fucking close to putting that one as
It's
number
really
5.
good.
Yeah.
I really just enjoyed it from beginning to end. It's a really cool game. And it's definitely the game on PS5 to show off the PS5.
Yeah,
It looks
absolutely.
freaking insane. There's not a moment of that game where I wasn't constantly like, God damn, this looks really good.
Yeah, absolutely. That game missed my list by a fucking pubic hair.
Yeah. And
was
I mean,
very
you know
good.
what? If it has any shortcomings, it's that it's just Ratchet and Clank. If you played a Ratchet and Clank game, it's very samey. Like,
Yeah.
And the weapons aren't great. They've gotten really cool with like the wacky weapons in previous games, and there's not really any wacky weapons in this one.
No.
Maybe the one that turns them into plants, but you know they freeze in place and you can
Yeah.
hit them. But that's about it. I don't know.
Is the Groovatron still there?
No,
Really?
no, there's no
I love that
dancing.
thing.
There's no dancing guns.
Which is
It was like a
fine.
grenade
The
in one.
Groovatron was fucking garbage.
But the game was cool. Like it had a lot of real cool, epic moments and really cool set pieces. The boss.
I like the
fun.
new girl they added, the new Lombax.
Rivet?
Yeah, I liked
she's really
her.
cool.
I still think I like
Voiced by Jennifer Hale, by the way.
Really?
She's awesome. Yeah. I love
Yeah,
Jennifer Hale.
she's
No
yeah,
clue
she's
who that
very
is,
good.
but that's cool.
She's
Yeah.
the girl from Hailstorm.
Yes.
She's just a well-known. Well, she's like a very storied voice actor. But yeah, she does
Yeah.
a lot. She does a lot of the games. Metal Gear.
Yeah, she's also the girl from
Mass
Hailstorm.
Effect. Is she really? Or are you just fucking with us?
I'm just fucking with you.
Okay. 'Cause you can't do that, man. You can't do that. So that was number 2. I'm gonna end it with my favorite. Okay.
Yeah.
So number 3 on my list is going to be Village, Resident Evil Village. I love Resident Evil,
Yeah.
and yeah, that game is great. It's more of Part 7 but ramped up with lots of action. It's definitely like a love letter to RE4 because it's got like a lot of references. I mean, everything from the scenery is even kind of reminiscent of RE4. And then the merchant and all that. It was a really cool game though, but it had a lot of everything. You know, it had the castle where you're dealing with Lady D, and she's basically like that Jack Baker, right? She's following you and stalking you and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Or like the Mr. X or the Nemesis. Just, you know, she was that version. That game's that, you know, just stalking you throughout the castle. And then you have that moment where you go to the little house by the waterfall, and then you get drugged. And then
It's
you
like
proceed.
your horror movie moment.
Yeah, dude, that part was scary.
Yeah.
That part with the baby. Oh my god, that fucking baby.
Fucking baby haunts your dreams.
That baby
fucking,
sucked,
you're
dude.
fucking terrified.
And
of
I was
that
playing it
baby.
with like headphones, so it was just like really bad, and I was really high, and it was scary. I was like, no. Oh my god, dude. That part was amazing. And then you deal with the fucking factory, and it's all industrial. It's fucking cool. That game has so much to it.
That game was pretty good.
so much Kronzo you don't even know.
I fucking play. Yeah, dude. Anyways, RE8's a lot of fun. And it's a good game visually. It looks really pretty.
Yeah.
It's that RE engine. It's good and it runs well on everything.
Agreed.
That was number 3. Number 4 is kind of weird, but I thought about it. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. I know it's a re-release, but here's the thing. Here's why I have it on here.
Controls
Back when it came out on the Wii,
We didn't play it.
well, I tried playing it.
Yeah, we fucking hated it.
I fucking hated it. It was awful. The
Yeah.
motion controls were fucking terrible.
Might I add, they are still fucking terrible in the re-release.
Yeah,
They still suck.
Don't do it. But
You can play with a controller. Don't be a
Do
fucking
that.
hero.
do it, 'cause it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Because it's
So-
way
Yeah.
with the controller, it is a fantastic Zelda game.
It is, dude, isn't it? And here's the thing: a lot of the annoying stuff of it, like constantly like holding your hand and all that, it's still there, but they scaled it back severely. So a lot of the every time you pick up a thing, it tells you about it. Like they took
Yeah.
that out, which was a huge grievance for a lot of people. But like,
Yeah.
here's the thing: like, an unpopular opinion, but I didn't really care for Breath of the Wild. I mean, it's a good game, but it's not what I look for in a Zelda game.
It's
So-
a good game. It's a bad Zelda game.
And yeah, and to that point, like to play Skyward Sword for the first time, truly, because I played a little bit of it on Wii, but I didn't even get to the first dungeon. So this was honestly my first honest to God experience with this game.
Mhm.
So to actually play it from beginning to end, and not only play it, but get 100% of everything. That's how hooked I was.
Wow.
Mhm.
That game is so good. The good dungeons, good bosses, and the way they map the motion controls to the right stick works so
right
well.
stick.
It works. I know. For the right stick or whatever, it works so well though. It is enjoyable. Like it fits
Yeah,
the
the-
game.
The only reason it didn't make my list is because it's a remake, so I didn't
It
include
is.
it.
But for me, it was a new experience.
But yeah, it is a new experience for us because I was in the same boat as you. I remember we were talking about it the whole time we were fucking playing it. I
I
remember.
loved it.
And yeah,
Boss fight's dope. Oh.
it is the best way I could explain it is it feels a lot like Breath of the Wild. You could tell they took a lot of inspiration from it, but it's
Yeah.
good. It's good Breath of the
It's
Wild.
linear. It's just linear. It's got dungeons and gadgets and bosses, and the
Yeah.
bosses aren't just the same thing over and over like Breath of the Wild.
It's not Calamity Wiener and Calamity Wiener 2 and
Calamity Week.
Calamity Wiener 3 and fucking Wild E Calamity. Like, nah, it's different shit.
Well, the calamity.
Just a giant evil
So-
coyote.
If we were doing a bigger list, I would have had Chivalry on there.
But
But I'm not. My favorite games are always single player games.
same. Yeah, same.
So the other game that stole this old man's heart was Metroid Dread. That game
hmm
was the game I needed when I got it. It was so much. It's just good. It's
It's a
2D
damn good
Metroid.
Metroid game.
It's a 2D Metroid. It's fucking hard.
Yeah.
But it's not impossible. And it's hard. And what's good about it being a hard game is that it's the same thing why I play like Doom Eternal, for example. You get your ass kicked, but then when you finally beat the boss or get past that Emmy, you're like you feel good. You're like, fuck yeah, finally, fuck you, you know?
The Emmys are the worst part. The Emmys I had more trouble with the Emmys than any boss in the fucking game.
Yeah. But the
They
bosses
kicked my
were-
ass
the bosses
so
were hard,
ugly.
but
They were hard. Yeah, they were hard,
It's
but
just
they
pattern memorization.
yeah, it's pattern, which I'm good with. The Emmys, I'd be like, okay, he's gonna come from the bottom, then he comes from the top, and I'm like, all right, well, he got me. Like that's it. That's all she wrote.
But yeah,
That's
you
it.
go.
You got me. That's a fantastic.
that was my
Up until
favorite game.
up until I played Life is Strange, Metroid Dread was easily my favorite game.
Yeah.
And even then, Metroid Dread, as far as gameplay goes, it is
Flawless.
fucking top banana.
It's so
Life
much
is Strange.
fun.
Life is Strange is a very hard game to recognize to recommend to a lot of people because it is a very like, do you like Telltale games? Nah. All right, well then you're gonna hate this game.
Yeah.
Metroid Dread is very much like, do you like video games? Yeah. All right, then you'll love Metroid Dread. Like it's an easier recommendation, I think. Yeah, I agree. I love Metroid Dread. That's a good pick. That was my pick up until a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Who else? Who are we missing? Satchmo,
Well,
you got a top 5? You got 5 games?
Mm,
Do you have a favorite game? If you don't have a top 5, do you just have a game that you want to nominate for Game of the Year?
Second Extinction.
did that come out this year?
Did it?
It came out on the Xbox this year. To be fair,
Yeah.
Right, it counts.
it counts. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Put it down.
Second Extinction is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I like that game a
What
lot.
I have it on my
Down
wish
dinosaurs.
list. I don't know what it is.
It is.
Left 4 Dead with dinosaurs.
Yeah,
With
pretty
3
much.
players.
So it's like Ark, but good.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Or wait, no, wait, Ark's like a builder game, right? It's like a.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it had like dinosaurs in it. But it's
And
still
to be
better
fair,
than Ark.
to Satchmo, Second Extinction absolutely is could be nominated for this year, but it could also be nominated for next year because isn't it still in early access?
I
Oh,
believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not out yet. Yeah, it's not out yet. Because when we asked, Lewis asked us, he's like, "Hey, does GTFO count?" Because it came out of early access just like a week ago. And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely. It just came out." Yes, Second Extinction hasn't come out, so technically it could be his game of the year this year and next year because it's not out yet.
1.0 comes out.
Yeah, it's not out yet.
Is Phasmo 1.0? No, it's still early, right? Considered early?
I
think it's completely out already.
I think Phasmo is technically out.
Oh,
What we're getting now is like expansions. Yeah, I think it came out of early access already. I can tell you. Hold on, let me look. Second
It's not on the list.
Extinction.
I mean, I'm not nominating it. I
Phasmo's
just
in early.
randomly thought about it.
Oh, is Phasmo still in early?
That's still early access.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, you can nominate Phasmo. That's cool.
Ask them what their
Debatable.
favorite game is.
Yeah, as
I mute the audio when I'm talking.
I can still hear you.
No, yeah, fucking yeah. It's Riders Republic all over again. So I mute the audio. So a little insight. So for fucking Riders Republic, I did put it in there, but just for like insight. So have people come in here and talk to me when we're recording, and so I mute the audio for the recordings. So you can't hear me or the people I'm talking to, but I don't mute the headset. That I talk to my friends on. So they're 2 different audio tracks. And so during fucking Riders Republic, I was like, they're like, I said, no, you're fine. Whoever I was talking to, I was like, no, you're fine. They can't hear you. And all these dumbasses are like, yeah, we can. Yeah, we can hear you. And I'm like, well, I know you guys can hear me, but the audience, the recording can't hear me. You fucking dipshits. And I went on this whole tirade, and we just had the same thing. Phasmo is still in early access, so technically Phasmo is not 1.0 yet. So technically Phasmo would count also.
That'll be next year.
Maybe next year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Second Extinction though. I think that's a good pick. It's a very fun game.
And Resident Evil Village too.
Resident Evil Village, yeah, that's probably. I think that's definitely a front runner for our game of the year because I feel like it's been on a lot of people's lists.
Oh, yeah.
And again, it was also it could have easily been on my list. The only reason it didn't make it is I just felt like once you beat the game, there's not a lot more to do.
Or Village?
Yeah, for Village. That's the only reason it missed because I felt like the story was really good, but I just didn't like the mercenaries mode.
It's alright, yeah.
It's fine.
The part of the fun of Mercenaries mode is that you get to play as different RE characters or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. Let me play as Lady Demetrius. Or whatever
Resident
the fuck
Evil
it is.
Re.
Oh, Reverse. That too. Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Jesus.
Resident Evil Reverse. It's still not out. It could be our game of the year next year. Because it's still not out. It's not going to be. I guarantee you, I will put a guarantee that next year during this time, we're gonna be talking about Reverse, but we're not gonna be talking about it for best of. We're gonna be talking about it for worst. I already fucking
More than
know.
likely.
It's gonna be like number 3 Reverse. What the fuck happened? I already know.
Let's see if that comes true.
All right, Duty, what do you got? Hit us with it.
Okay.
Last but definitely not least, hit us with your top 5. What you got?
I can guarantee that none of you will have most of these on the list.
That's fine. That's
Except
how I
for
was.
Okay. Number 5, WarioWare. Get it together. Like really good micro game fun,
Not my
and
two
I do like controlling all the little characters. They
I
finally
feel
have
like
a
that.
purpose.
I haven't played it, but I feel like when we get together and we finally have a party day and we get to play that game, I have a feeling that it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
WarioWare is always good.
Yeah, those are always fun.
Number 4, Destruction All Stars. It's a PS5 game that's like a blend of Overwatch and Twisted Metal. You can get out of the
I played
car. Oh, it's fantastic. More of us need to get it. It is honestly, we would love it. I just wish it was for Xbox.
That would be a fantastic game to make a video in. I feel like that would be a blast. Unfortunately, as far as PS5s go, I think it's just me, you, and Gons.
Number 3, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. It's technically a remake, remaster, but they've added like the best of everything, removed the lives, but kept the challenge pretty much the same. And the party games are also pretty fun. Number 2, Cruisin' Blasts.
Cruising, yeah.
It is that, yeah. It's actually the sequel to that, and it's incredible. Like all the crazy arcade racing, and they're adding an online mode, which I'm gonna probably enjoy the heck out of.
Yeah, that game is really good.
And number 1, Riders Republic. Mostly because like it's just fun to like. Yeah, the mass races are amazing, and even not during those, flinging yourself off a mountain. It's just the best. You could go to the top of the stratosphere and then dive bomb people with an ice cream cart. It's just,
I don't know what this game is, man, but I've heard about it.
It's fun.
Best
We bought it
ever.
We bought it when it was on sale. I don't know about best game ever. Let's not go crazy here. But we bought it when it was on
Stuck in that
sale.
game.
And it's fun, dude. There's this thing in that game called a mass race, and so like for us, since we're all on series,
To be fair, it does sound like Master Race, dude.
it's a race. Fucking Mike Jr. over here. Here we go.
Mike
There's a race where it's everybody is on like a bicycle. You're bombing ass downhill, and it's 60 people.
Oh shit.
64.
So it's 60. Yeah, 64 if you're on one. 64 people bombing ass down a hill. It is fucking pandemonium. It is. There's a part where we have a video up, and there's a part where we're doing it, but we're doing it with like
32.
Pumpkin and Mike, so it's 32, which is still a fuckload of people. So it's 32 crazy motherfuckers bombing ass down a hill. There's a part where I'm literally bombing ass down the hill, and fucking this little wiener loony jizz fucking comes in, flying from my right, fucking hits me, throws me completely off course, and me and him DNF. But it's just that. It's imagine 64 or 32 crazy motherfuckers just bombing ass down a hill. It's hilarious.
That sounds cool.
But that's why, like, there's a lot of like other stuff. There's a lot of other modes. Like we like to do the trick mode every now and then too. That's fun also. If the trick mode feels very Tony Hawk, which I like. But honestly, we just call it Mass Race the game because the best part of it is just the mass races. That's the JJ Arms picture. Mass Race, baby!
You also grind money and stars like crazy when you do those races.
Yeah, the mass races are hilarious. They're so
I remember that
fun.
from the Big Team Battle, baby.
Oh yeah, well yeah, big team battle, baby.
That's when you sent me JJ Arms.
Yeah, that's what you got a different, but you got the alternate universe JJ Arms. Fucking big team battle, baby.
Fuck you, JJ.
We love you, JJ. Except for my daddy hates you, but it's fine.
That's right.
You and him have beef, but I'll let that go.
Can't let it go.
Okay, so There are a few games that were repeated by a few people, and unless anybody else wants to throw a game that they think should be the Slim for the Win game of the year, we have Resident Evil 8 or Resident Evil Village.
It's 8.
We have Riders Republic. We have Chivalry 2. And hold on, let me bring up the list. I wrote it down. And we also have it's a fucking picture. Oh, hey Dorito.
Dorito, game of the year.
We also have Forza Horizon 5.
Doritos Crash Course.
Does anybody have a game that they would like to nominate that isn't on the list?
You have Pinata 4.
I wish
They only made
there
3
was
of
a
them.
Viva Pinata.
Yeah, I wish.
They only made 2, didn't they? There's not a
Yeah.
Viva
There
Pinata.
was
Rainbow
one
Six
for the
Siege,
DS.
Snowball Fight.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Oh,
yeah, there was
fuck.
like a Mario Party clone. So yeah, I guess 4.
Oh, the one with the Fiesta Party missile.
No, let that die in the fucking abyss. Let what he said
Rainbow
die
Six
in the
Siege,
abyss.
Snowball Fight.
Let what he said die
Oh
in the
yeah,
abyss.
yes.
Dude.
All right.
Oh.
So we have a few games. What we'll do is I have the 4 games here, which I'll read again. Resident Evil Village, Chivalry 2, Forza Horizon 5, Riders Republic. Now, if you want to nominate a game that isn't on the list, just say it. However, what we're going to do is I'm going to go to everybody and give me what you think. Just give me your game of the year.
Halo Infinite.
First. I will boot you so fast your fucking head will spin.
Call of Duty Vanguard.
And just realistically, for Slim for the Win. Like, my game of the year is Life is Strange True Colors. However, I know that that's not going to fucking win. So I'm not going to say that. So, I'll open up my game of the year nomination for Slim for the Win is Resident Evil Village.
Yeah.
Caesar.
Fap.
This is hard because Village is fun. It is a very great game. But for the most part, we always play with each other. We always hop on games with each other. And if I'm going to go with more of the group route, I am going to give it to Chivalry.
Chivalry.
Okay.
Gonzi.
Yeah.
That's not a game.
No. My game, I mean, it's Metroid Dread.
Metroid Dread.
Yeah.
Duty.
Well, Riders Republic, honestly. It was a blast with you guys.
Riders Republic. Looney.
I still hold it strong. Whacking somebody and sending them flying. I gotta go with Silvery on that one.
Chivalry.
2 for Chivalry.
Pumpkin.
You don't need my answer. You already have it.
Which is?
Forza.
Exactly.
Barely wins.
Satchmo.
Village.
What?
Village.
Oh,
Okay, so we have
A tie.
2 for Resident Evil Village, 2 for Chivalry.
I've played neither, so I can't really. But if
I'll
there
go
is
for
a
Chivalry.
tiebreaker, I would go for Chivalry because it sounds actually pretty fun.
Tevin Bro baby.
Okay, so
Middle-aged fight, baby.
I think the only 2 games that got more than 1 vote are Chivalry and Resident Evil Village, right?
Yeah.
Did anything else get 2 votes?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Okay.
They both win.
No. So okay, so I voted Village. Satchmo voted Village.
Yeah.
Lewis voted Chivalry.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Caesar voted Chivalry.
Yeah.
Pumpkin, Thudi, and Gonzi. If you had to pick between Resident Evil Village and Chivalry, which game did you have more fun playing?
Chivalry.
Hands down, Chivalry.
I never played it, but it sounds incredible from the description. So yeah, Chivalry.
The Slim for the Win game of the year is Resident Evil Vietnam. Chivalry.
You better not.
Chivalry. All right, so as a collective, we have chosen Chivalry as our game of the year, and the reason for that is
Fuck,
we
no, I don't
love
agree to that.
playing
Your
together.
opinion doesn't matter.
And did you say your penis is matter to me or what?
Cake batter.
Your fucking opinion doesn't matter. Your fucking
Oh,
penis is
your
worthless
penis,
matter.
your penis is matter to me. It's like, well, technically everything's matter, so
Mhm.
you're not wrong.
Matter is that small.
Yeah,
Drunk
big
man,
B.
dude.
He said anti-matter. It's that small. Chivalry 2, easily a game of the year for us. We
Yeah.
love playing together. It accommodates a lot of us. Actually, it's only 4, but whatever. Shut up. It's just fun. It's
You're second guess yourself,
stupid.
okay?
It's stupid fun. And as a collective, that's what they picked. I picked Resident Evil. I think Resident Evil's better.